Round one, fight!
So here we go, folks, my second video for the day, going for a hat trick if I possibly can. And yes, my Hispanic Lara Croft still likes to abseil in the front of my office building right here in London, casting a very sexy reflection for your very eyes. And and speaking of which, folks, you know, I'm a man of culture. I appreciate the finer things in life, especially a good-looking woman who's biologically sound. Well, very interesting article courtesy of Insider Gaming from the CEO of Nexon Games, and why we should probably pay attention to what he has to say, because again, the man has a lot of based things to say when it comes to making updates on video game characters who aren't sexy enough.
Her voice may be almost as important to gamers as Lara's double pistols, curves and skimpy shorts.
Kung Fu Hot Dog
is a Kung Fu renegade cop. Now he must defeat the most evil Kung Fu master in the world.
For a modern gaming audience.
For a new world of unspeakable adventures.
Said, Mummy, I like the way the lady runs.
Get ready for a new world of unspeakable adventures, never before shown in a motion picture. Get ready for
Kung Fu Hot Dog.
Snake. Snake.
Right?
So courtesy of InsiderGaming.com, who I think are a very good website actually, from Grant Taylor Hill, Nexon CEO thinks that user feedback is more important than data in game development. And well, this is Freya from First Descendant, and I will be getting to her in a few moments as well. So Nexon's CEO recently sat down for an interview at the Tokyo Game Show. Now, this article was published on the 11th of October and started talking about his career, the growth of Nexon, and what it takes to build a successful game. Nexon is one of the world's biggest developers and publishers of games, and I went to their website and they sure are. And most recently, the brand has been in the news because of certain character designs in the First Descendant, an action MMO game, which isn't for me. I've been watching some gameplay of it. It looks good, but it looks a bit repetitive and same old, but listen, if you want to play a game that's got a sexy female character design, I'm all for it. Speaking candidly, Park Yong-hyun, the CEO of Nexon Games, said that user feedback is infinitely more important than numbers and historical data when it comes to assembling a game. So in an interview with 4Gamer, Park Yong-hyun, the CEO, suggested that community feedback is one of the most important resources a studio can listen to when piecing a game together. So Nexon Games, I'm pretty sure, are South Korean. If I'm wrong about that, then you can punch me in the nuts later on. So again, if he's coming from that country and that point of view, you already know where they stand and where I actually agree with the guy completely. Hyun mentioned that making games by calculating backwards form numbers was fine in the past, suggesting that the prior success of games and what went well back then isn't enough to base the development of a new game on. I think that focusing on user feedback is the most reliable standard at present. I think that if you confidently tell the upper management this game will be well received by users, it will be accepted, but I don't think it will work if you say, we can make this much money. This is because the sales figures can change depending on various circumstances. So again, what he's saying there is you could jeopardize financial income if you drastically suddenly start to dress up a character who is more famous for being scantily clad and was a hit with players. Nexon recently made some major changes to the First Descendant, an all-new action MMO, was released in July to a mixed reception. I can't imagine why, because the initial female character designs I saw were... Anyway, In recent days, the brand has piqued the interest of gamers everywhere on social media, following the revival of Ultimate Freyna, a more powerful variant of the base character with one of the most revealing outfits we've ever seen in game. That's me bumping up and down YouTube, not doing anything more, I don't know, private. The community response to this character was monumental, and a fervor set about the market that was indicative of the skin selling well, despite not yet having hit the market. Ultimate Freyna was added to the first Descendant on October the 10th, which was 4 days ago, and has been turning heads ever since. Well, if you want to know what he's talking about, I've got a video lined up for you right here. Oh my word. So this is courtesy of a YouTuber called GSXLR Clyde, and well, he was obviously very excited about putting this on. Look at that game design. Oh my god. Woo. Wow, those are some thick thighs, boys. She looks very pretty. Probably a small head on top, but I'm not complaining at this stage. And the cleavage is something that more than meets the eye of Optimus Prime.
Bossing, and this is mainly for AoE dot damage, smoking bosses, so you're not running around.
Well, she's a smoking boss from where I'm sitting.
Again, it's totally up to you. Putting rounds per magazine on your secret garden is probably not worth it. So,
and she's got a pair of super guns from where I'm sitting as well.
Firearm attack, double crit, weak point, or whatever you want. That way you have to shoot it. Now again, I want to show you I made it to the boss at the 400% with Freyna, but I did have to use my machine gun. I couldn't just sit there and spam.
So that's it, folks. Have a look at that. I mean, if you want to play as Freyna, the Invincible, in a very revealing thigh-busting leotard, well, you've got your proof right there. And another kick in the nuts for Western video gaming, who constantly dress up their female characters now. Who the hell wants to see that monstrosity? And in fact, holy shit. Oh my wow. Oh my wow. You have got to be kidding me. So have a look at this. This is Logan and Jean Grey gameplay from the leaked Insomniac Wolverine game. You know, the game where you're supposed to play the titular leading male character, but that monstrosity next to him on the left-hand side in a very unflattering dress is Jean Grey.
I would love for it to be after I'm dead.
If I were Wolverine, I'd get my willy chopped off and just become a monk for the rest of my life instead of trying to procreate with this non-feminine entity right here. Insomniac Games for you. That's Sony. That's the way they're going forward with horrible game designs. And yet we had the lovely Freyna from First Descendant. I think I know what I'd rather play, folks. And I don't want to get any more nightmares from looking at that god-awful design. See you later, Jean Grey. And on that one, ladies and gentlemen, if you did enjoy this video today, make sure you give it a like. Give me your thoughts and feelings about the First Descendant and what the gentleman from the CEO from Nexon Games, Park Hyun, actually had to say about, well, we don't care about game data, more about fan input. And I think the dude is absolutely spot on. So if I were you, and if you were me, you might wish to return for the next hilarious video.